On this lesson, we're going to learn the basics of the email system. To go to the email system, click the email system here. Automatically, all the emails of the client sent or received will be selected, most probably in list view. Before we were in form view. Obviously this is empty, but later we're gonna send a couple of emails to see how we can send and receive, but this is empty for now. The first, we need to create an account. An account is created in this area, account setup. To create an account, you need to have the coordinates for that account, which is the email itself that has to be created in your hosting, or you need to know the POP server, the username, the password, the SMTP server, which usually is your ISP or the same as the POP server sometimes. So in this case, I'm going to create, I click Add Account by clicking this button up here, and I'm going to enter all the data for this account. When I click outside the field, it tells me if you want to save the information. Basically, not this information that is saved automatically, but most importantly, the one up here that tells me who's receiving this email and which email is the default for sending by the same person or a different person, different agent. We haven't seen agents yet. We'll see that in another lesson, but if you want to know the place of where you can add agents, different agents, is right here. You go back to contacts, and when you click the show row map, here in the administrator, you'll have a way to enter and add more contacts here with privileges, etc. But this is not part of the email system. So we're going to go back to the email system, and if you notice, I just jumped to the email system because I used one of the shortcuts, Control 5, which makes me go automatically or in one jump to the email system. The same for Control 7 for the contacts, or Control 0 for the invoices, or Control 2 for the templates. So once I have my account created and it works, I can click here to check actually if it works, and if I don't receive any errors, I know that it's working. So now I'm going to click Compose Emails, and where I can click emails to send first if I want, and then click Compose Emails, the same, to create an email. So I'm gonna send an email to myself, to the same email that I'm sending from. Also notice that I use this name eFax in particular. It's only for testing purposes, but the account must be named eFax if this is my eFax account. So if I intend to use eFax in the system, I need to enter my eFax email as one of the email accounts and name it with the name eFax. Otherwise, I can name it with any name I want. So I'm going to go again to the emails to send here and create this email, which I'm going to call it Test 1, and I'm going to put also in the body Test 1. Notice that I can go to emails to read by clicking this button, emails read, emails sent, the ones that I sent, emails to send by clicking this, and emails deleted by clicking. So these buttons in the center allows me to go very quickly to any of those groups. We have here a different system than in others, so we don't use folders. We filter the information, and it's extremely fast, and you can have literally hundreds of thousands of emails, and still the program will be very, very fast. So now I'm going to send this email. I can send it by clicking Send All, or in particular, if I want to send just this email, I can click send only this email now. In this case, since I have one, it will be exactly the same. So it's sending. Now I can receive by clicking here. So I will receive in the emails. Nothing yet. No enough time. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is to send, to create actually several emails. And I'm going to call it test2, test2, create another one called test3. So I have several emails to do my test. And I'm going to do test4 also. Okay, in this case, if I go to the list view, I can see at the bottom here, first of all, that I have 3 out of 3 selected. So I have 3 emails to send, and you can see them here in list view. I click the button here, form view, here, list view. When I see it in list view, I can send one if I want, send this now, or I can send them all. When I mean all the ones that are being seen. So in other words, I can even omit one or even mark it as later, to be sent later. And in this case, for example, I will be sending only these 2, the first one and the last one, because this one is marked for later. The same effect will be achieved if I click omit. These 2 will be sent if I click send all. But if I have it sent as, marked as later, then if I click all right here, I will select them all, but this one will stay for later. So for example, if I created an email and I haven't finished, for example, it would be a good idea to mark it for later, so I don't send it by mistake. So I'm going to send, in this case, I'm going to send them the whole 3. So I'll mark them, click send all, and send all 3. Then I'm going to click receive all, and probably I will have the first one already is coming, and it will be shown in form view, meaning this way, because it's only one. So I only have one, so it's showing this way. Usually you're gonna see your emails in this way, in list view, unless you want to see a particular email in form view, in which case you will either click the form view while you are on that particular email, or click the go button to see the form view, or even click the subject with shift to go to form view. So you have 3 ways to go to form view. In this case, I'm going to click with shift and I go directly to form view. I'm going to click receive all again to see already we have the other 3 coming. In this case, without clicking the list view button, now they show up in list view because there are more than one. And as you can see, the status is to read, because I haven't read them yet. So if I want to change the status to read, for example, of the first one, I will click this button, read, and then it changes from bold to plain, and the status changes to read. What happens when I did this is that if I click this button, emails to read, I only have 3 to read, and if I click the one to read, I only have 1, which, by the way, because it's 1 only, is showing in form view. Then I'm going to click again emails to read, so I have 3. So I have 3 emails to read, 1 read. I haven't deleted anyone, but I'm going